Hi, good morning to one and all. In previous lecture, we learned about what is casting, what is casting process, what are the different types of casting process, what are the elements in casting, steps involved in casting. We learned. In this lecture, we will learn about what is pattern, what are the usage of pattern in casting, what are the different types of patterns and pattern allowances and pattern materials. Okay, coming to pattern. What is pattern? Pattern is nothing but the pattern is the principal tool during the casting process. What is the principal tool means? It is the main part in the casting process. Without this pattern, we cannot prepare the casting object in casting process. For that case, we have to prepare the pattern based on the as per the dimensions of the required object. It is the replica of the object to be made by the casting process with some modifications. Replica is nothing but it is the duplicate part of the required object by changing some modifications. Modifications include allowances and cores and core pits. These we'll discuss one by one. The main modifications are the addition of pattern allowances and provision of core prints. Pattern allowances we will discuss, and core prints is nothing but core prints is used to hold the cores in the patterns. What is the purpose of core? It is the casting. If the casting is to be hollow, additional parts called cores are used to create these cavities in the finished product. Suppose we have to manufacture a hollow casting object. For that case, we have to use a core. Core is used to create a hollow object. For that case, the core is handled or holded by using the core prints. Okay. Next, the quality of the casting product depends upon the material of the pattern and its design and construction. That is, it is the quality of the casting object depends on the pattern material. Suppose we have to select the proper material before preparation of pattern. There are different types of material are there, but based on the object we have to be casting. For that we have to select the proper casting material and proper design and construction. Construction is that is placement of object and design of pattern. Okay. Next, it is the diagrammatic representation of pattern. It is the main pattern. For this main pattern, there are number of accessible parts will be attached to the pattern for pouring the molten metal. It is a pouring cup, sprue, runner, gate and riser. These are the gating system elements used to pour the molten metal from top of the mold surface to the mold cavity. It will help the passage of molten metal. The molten metal will first pour on the pour cup. From the pour cup, the molten metal will reach from here to here by using the gating system. In this, there are number of elements we will discuss in gating system. Next, functions of pattern. A pattern prepares a mold cavity for the purpose of making a casting. That is, mold cavity is nothing but whenever we remove the pattern from the molding, we will get some empty portion. That empty portion is known as mold cavity. Next, a pattern may contains projections known as core prints. If the casting requires a core and need to be made hollow, suppose if we want to prepare an hollow object, we will use core. Next, runner, gates and risers used for feeding molten metal in the mold cavity may form a part of the pattern. The gating system helps to pass the molten metal from the top of the mold to the mold cavity. Next, patterns proper made and having finished and smooth surface reduce the casting defects. The patterns are we use number of times for next casting process. At the time of placing and removing, we will get some wear and tear. For to overcome these defects, we will use as quality material and type of like wood, metal and plastic. Based on the number of times we will have to use, for that case we have to select the proper pattern material to overcome the casting defects. Next, a properly constructed pattern minimize the overall cost of the pattern. Suppose we have to placement of pattern in the mold. Suppose you have to place the pattern for getting minimum consumption of material. Suppose you have to place the material one area for the molten metal reach from top of the surface to the mold material. In that case, the gating in the molten metal in the gating system will be waste after the completion of part. For that case, we have to construction of pattern is very important at the right place. Next, types of pattern. The types of pattern and description of each are given as under. Observe, there are number of different types of patterns. For every different types of object, we will select the pattern for based on the complexion of the part to be prepared, the pattern to be changed. There are number of patterns, that is one piece or solid pattern, two piece or split pattern, cope and drag pattern, three piece or multi-piece pattern, loose pattern, match plate pattern, follow board pattern, gated pattern, sweep pattern, skeleton pattern, and segmental or part pattern. These are the different types of patterns are used in casting process. We will discuss one by one. First, coming to single piece or saddle pattern. It consists of only single part. The name itself clearly understand. Single piece or saddle pattern. It consists of only single part. It is easy to place and remove the pattern from the mold, and it is easy to design and made. The simplest form of single piece pattern as shown in diagram. It consists of only single object. It is used for manufacturing a simple casting product. Next, coming to two piece or split piece pattern. It is used for when the complexity of part will increase. For in case of solid pattern, we use two piece pattern for easy removal and easy to place. When solid pattern is difficult for withdraw from the mold cavity, then solid pattern is splitted into two parts. A splitted pattern is made into two pieces which are joined at the parting line by means of the dowel pins. The parting line is nothing but it is the interface between the drag and cope box. At the interface of these two flares, we will place the drag and cope pattern. Next, the splitting at the pattern line is done to facilitate the withdrawal of the pattern. An example as shown figure. It is the diagrammatic representation of two piece or split pattern. It consists of two parts, that is the bottom one is known as drag pattern, the top one is known as cope pattern. These two pattern will be aligned at the interface of the parting surface by using dowel pins. This is known as dowel pins. It is used to align properly of the two pieces. Next, cope and drag pattern. In this case, cope and drag part of the mold are prepared separately. This is done when a complete mold is too heavy to be handled by one operator. In some cases, the part to be manufactured is very high. For that case, we have to prepare the drag and cope pattern separately. For that case, we use this type of pattern. Observed in diagram, it consists of two same like as split pattern, but the main difference between these two, it consists of a board. We have to prepare the drag and cope flash separately. After that, removing the pattern, we will attach the both flasks. Next, coming to 3-piece or multi-piece pattern. Some patterns are of complicated kind in shape and hence cannot be made in 1 or 2 pieces because of difficulty in withdrawing the pattern. In some cases, the part to be manufactured very complicated. For that case, we have to use 3-piece pattern. Therefore, these patterns are made in either 3 pieces or in multi pieces. Multi-mold flasks are needed to make mold from these patterns. Observed in this diagram, it consists of 3 parts. The bottom one is known as drag and topmost is known as cope. We add one more part is known as middle one, that is known as cheek. It is used to suppose if you made these type of object in split piece pattern, it is very difficult to remove the pattern from the mold cavity. For that case, we have to use 3-piece or multi-piece pattern. For this also same like a split piece pattern, dowel pins are used to for aligning proper way. Next, coming to loose piece pattern. Loose piece pattern is used when the pattern is difficult for withdraw from the mold. Suppose for complex objects, the withdraw of pattern from the mold is very difficult. For that case, we use loose piece pattern. Loose pieces are provided on the pattern and they are the part of the pattern. Next, the main pattern is removed first, leaving the loose piece portion of the pattern in a mold. First, we have to remove the main part. After that, we have to remove the loose pieces. Next, finally, the loose pieces is withdrawn separately, leaving the intricate mold. Observed in diagram, it consists of mainly 2 pieces. One is solid pattern. For solid pattern, we are attaching the loose pieces, nothing but A and B. A and B is nothing but loose pieces, and the main part it is known as solid part. For solid part, we are attaching the loose pieces for easy to removal of pattern from the mold. First, we have to remove the main part. After that, we have to remove the loose pieces. It is very easy to remove the pattern from the mold compared to the single piece pattern. Next, match plate pattern. In this pattern is made into 2 halves and is mounted on the opposite sides of the wooden or metallic plate known as match plate. It is same as drag and cope pattern. In drag and cope pattern, we have to mate separately, but in case the match plate pattern consists of single board, it consists of 2 drag and cope pattern on the opposite sides of the board. We have to place the pattern on the drag box and above the cope box. We have to fill the mold in above and bottom. It is mainly used in machine molding process. The gates and runners are also attached to the plate at the time of preparing molding. The pattern is mainly used in machine molding process. Observed in diagram, it consists of one board. On the above and bottom side, we have to place the pattern, that is drag and cope pattern. It is all these elements make into single part. It also we are using a runner and riser. It is before the at the time of preparation of pattern. Next, coming to follow board pattern. When use of solid or split pattern becomes difficult, a contour corresponding to the exact shape of one of the pattern is made in a wood board, which is called a follow board pattern, and it acts as a molding board for the first molding. At the time of introduction, I said the molding process consists of bottom one board is known as molding board, which we are attaching the pattern to the molding board. It is easy to prepare. Observed in diagram, it is the follow board. The pattern is attached to the follow board. After that, we have to fill the sand and then remove and then rotate into 180 degrees. After that, we have to remove the follow board. The bottom board consists of pattern. In this case, it is the one type of pattern. Next, coming to gated pattern. Gated pattern, in this mass production of casting, multi-cavities molds are used. Such molds are formed by joining a number of patterns and gates and providing a common runner. For the mold, we have to produce a number of products in one single casting product. For that, for small pieces, we have to use gated pattern. Observed in this diagram, it consists of number of patterns. These are known as patterns, and this is known as gate or whirlpool, and this is known as runner. We have to provide the molten metal through the runner to the number of all these patterns in single time. It is used to produce small number of small parts in a more quantity in single casting process. Next, coming to sweep pattern. Sweep patterns are used for forming large circular molds of symmetric kind by revolving a sweep attached to a spindle as shown in figure. Actually, a sweep is a template of wood or metal, and it is attached to the spindle at the one edge of the other edge has a contour depending upon the desired shape of the mold. Observed in diagram, it consists of sweep and spindle. Spindle is placed at the center of the molding process, and we have to prepare the sweep as the requirement shape of the object. Whenever we have to rotate this sweep into circularly, we will get some space as the required shape. It is used to prepare mainly bells in the temples, etc. For this case, we have to prepare the sweep pattern. Next, skeleton pattern. We have to prepare this skeleton pattern, that is large suppose we have to make the large objects, we have to use skeleton pattern. For skeleton pattern, we have to require small quantity of metal. We have to prepare the skeleton pattern by using wood. By skeleton manner, we have to fill this gap with sand. Observe, it is the skeleton pattern. Next, segmental pattern. The segmental pattern is used to prepare the wheels or circular objects. Pattern of these types are generally used for circular casting. For example, wheel rim, gear blank. Like these objects, we have to prepare by using segmental pattern. Such patterns or section of patterns so arranged as to form a complete mold by moving to form each selection of the mold. Although it is the segmental pattern, it is the one segment of the wheel. Next, coming to pattern allowances. A pattern is always made larger than the final casting because it carries a certain allowances due to metallurgical and mechanical reasons. Suppose you have to produce a part by using casting process. For that case, we have to preparing pattern. The dimensions of the pattern should be more than the actual size of the product is known as allowances. In this diagram, you have to understand clearly. The blue line indicates the actual dimensions of the casting product. The black line indicates the allowances made by the pattern. that is the dimensions of the pattern. The difference between these two lines is known as the allowances. What is the requirement of allowances? We will learn. Coming to pattern allowances. Here the following allowances are provided on the pattern. There are different types of allowances used in casting process. We will discuss one by one. First one is shrinkage or contraction allowances, machine allowances, draft or trapper allowances, wrapping or shake allowances, distortion allowances. First coming to shrinkage or contraction allowances. Shrinkage of metal during the casting process will take place in 3 stages. That is, first one is shrinkage of molten metal when reducing from pouring temperature to freezing temperature. Already we discussed about the molten metal. Molten metal is nothing but we have to converting the raw material of the goods into liquid form. By heating the raw material, we will get the liquid metal. That liquid material metal is known as molten metal. The molten metal having highest temperature, that is shrinkage of molten metal when reducing from pouring temperature to freezing temperature at this temperature in the form of liquid. Next, shrinkage of molten metal during freezing. At this stage also the temperature will be liquid, but it is in the form of liquid or liquid to in freezing. The phase change process will occur, that is it is convert from liquid to solid zone, is known as freezing area. Okay. Next, the shrinkage means the reduction of volume in the liquid is known as shrinkage. That is in 3 stages. That is, first one, reducing from pouring temperature to freezing temperature, shrinkage of metal during freezing. Next, shrinkage solid metal when reducing from freezing temperature to room temperature. In these 3 cases, the shrinkage will be occurred. For compensation of this shrinkage, we have to provide some allowances. In first 2 cases, we have to provide the compensation by using the riser. In third case, we have to provide the shrinkage compensation by using the pattern allowances. Observed in this diagram, here first it is known as pouring temperature. At the time of pouring, the molten metal is in the high temperature, that is in the form of liquid. After that, the temperature will be reduced from pouring temperature to freezing temperature. But here the phase change process not occur, but only temperature will reduce, that is sensible heat. It will convert from liquid to liquid, but temperature will be reduced, that known as sensible heat. Next, from freezing temperature to in freezing zone, the temperature will be reduced from liquid to solid, that is here the phase change process will occur, that process is known as latent heat. In these two process, the shrinkage of liquid will compensate by using the riser. Whenever we pour the molten metal, when the mold cavity will fill, after the filling of mold cavity, the excess of molten metal will store in a riser. At the time of shrinkage, the molten metal in the riser will helps to feed the gap developed due to the shrinkage. Next, coming to solid shrinkage. In this solid shrinkage, the freezing temperature from solid to room temperature. In this case, some amount of shrinkage will occur due to the solid shrinkage. In this case, we have to provide this compensation to the shrinkage. We have to provide the pattern allowances, that is in previous slide we discussed that the gap between these two lines is known as solid shrinkage. It is provided by extra dimensions to the actual dimensions of the product, is known as the pattern shrinkage allowance. Okay. Next, in liquid shrinkage, it refers to the reduction in volume when the metal changes from liquid state to solid state at the solidus temperature. To account for this shrinkage, a riser which feed the liquid metal to the casting are provided, is known as liquid shrinkage. In solid shrinkage, it refers to the reduction in volume caused when metal loses temperature in solid state. To account for this shrinkage allowances is provided on the pattern. Okay. It is about shrinkage allowances. Next, coming to machining allowances. Extra dimensions provided on the pattern to compensate the subsequent machining required on the casting. After the completion of casting process, we have to machine some extra material, or for the finishing case we have to provide some extra material. The extra material, extra dimensions is known as machine allowances. What is the purpose of maintaining the machine allowances? To achieve the desired finishing on the surface product. Suppose before the machining the surface are uneven in some cases. For getting the even surface or finishing surface, we have to provide the machine allowances to accommodate the variations in the dimensions due to variation of room temperature. Next, at the time of solidification. Next, machine allowances is specified in XMM for side. It is the representation of machining allowances. It is the diagrammatic representation of machine allowances. The difference between the black and blue lines is known as the machining allowances. Next, coming to draft or taper allowances. It is the allowances provision of inclination to the vertical surfaces of the pattern is called the draft allowances. It is the application of draft or taper allowances is to provided at the time of removing the pattern. The vertical surfaces is modified into the taper for easy to removal of pattern from the mold cavity. For that case, we are providing the draft or taper allowances. It is provided for easy removal of pattern from the mold. Draft allowances varies with the complexity of the job. Suppose the complexity of the job is high, we have to provide the more extra draft or extra dimensions to the ribs. Next, inner details of the pattern required high draft than outer side. Outer side, it is have to provide a draft manner like in this shape. For that case, the outer part is consists small allowance compared to the inner side. Next, in casting process, if the pattern is made by using wax, mercury, then no draft allowance is prepared. Already we discussed types of casting process. There are we discuss expandable pattern and permanent pattern, expandable pattern mold and expandable pattern. Expandable pattern means for next casting process we are not using the same pattern due to in wax or mercury the evaporation of wax and mercury. Suppose if we use wax pattern, we are by heating the mold, the wax pattern will melt and will removing the wax from the mold cavity. For that case, we are not using draft or taper allowances. That is known as expandable pattern. It is the diagrammatic representation of draft or taper allowances. In first diagram, we are using the vertical pattern. As in case of this type pattern without draft, at the time of removing, the mold will be damaged, and in some cases the molding side will stick to the pattern. It is very difficult to remove the pattern from the mold. For that case, we are providing a draft or taper to the vertical surface, that is inclined. We are providing an inclined structure by changing the vertical surfaces. For that case, here easy to remove the pattern from the mold. Next, wrapping or shake allowances. Molding sand adheres to the pattern wall while molding. At the time of already discussed, the molding sand will stick to the pattern. At the time of removing, the mold will damage. For that case, we are using wrapping or shaking. Wrapping is nothing but at the time of weaving, first we have to wrap the pattern. Shake allowances is the wrapping done all around the vertical faces of the. It is known as we have in this case we have to provide the negative allowances at the time of during wrapping. The dimensions of the mold cavity will increase. For that case, we have to provide a negative allowances. It is provided to avoid the damages taking place due to adhering of the molding sand to the pattern walls. It is highly dependent on the mold making person. Next, as it reduces the dimensions of the pattern, so it can taken as negative allowance. Next, it is the pattern is made by using the material like wax, mercury, polyester as pattern material. No shake allowances is to be provided. Already I told, in these cases the pattern is expandable. For that case, we have to not provide the wrapping or shaking allowances. It is the diagrammatic representation of wrapping or shaking allowance at the time of reviewing. By using spike, we have to apply some forces on the pattern. For that case, it will be wrap or shake. During this time, it will easy to remove the pattern from the mold. Next, coming to distortion allowances. It is the law does not required on all casting, but it mainly requires in casting of U or V shaped. That is the casting material very thin structure like U and V. We have to use distortion allowances in case of V or U shape casting because of high existence of differential shrinkage at the different locations of the cavity. The legs will bend outwards, producing inclined legs, in some cases inwards. The shape of the pattern itself gives a distortion of equal amount in the opposite direction of the likely direction. Distortion observed in this diagram. It is the actual shape of the pattern. Whenever after completion of casting process, in some case the shape of the U will in some cases get inwards, in some cases outward. For that case, we have to provide the distortion allowance. Suppose the shape of the object will outward, means we have to provide the inward allowances. That means we have to prepare the pattern inward. For that case, it will get into actual shape. It is about the distortion allowances. Next, coming to pattern material. Pattern may be constructed from these following material. Each material has its own advantages and limitations in the field of applications. These are the different types of materials used in preparation of pattern. That is, first one is wood and wood products, metals and alloys, plasters, plastics and rubber, wax. These are the different materials used in the time of preparation of pattern. Woods commonly used making pattern. That is, there are different types of woods. You have to shisham, kale, deodar, teak, and mahogany. There are number of advantages and disadvantages for each and every type of wood. For that case, we have to select the proper wood material. Next, these are the wax patterns. Next, these are the different patterns in the pattern shop. To manufacture the casting, it is the gear, wheels and object, machining objects, automobile products. There are number of patterns. These are the different types of patterns. Okay, thank you.